Here we go, one more time.
Is it recording?
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's do this. Welcome to Our Life in Books, where we talk about our lives, books, and everything in between. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Samantha, and we're cousins. Hot tea. This week, we're checking in on all of the challenges we signed up for at the beginning of the year.
Yay, but also, oh no.
Oh no, we're making ourselves accountable.
Yeah.
All right, but first, what tea are we drinking?
So, hold on, let me click it real quick because I want to tell you what's in it. So this is the TARDIS blend by Cara McKee on Adagio.
Yes, I just ordered some more of this.
Did you get this one or did you get the other one?
Both.
Okay. So,
well, because I wanted to try the other one, and then I was like,
right?
yeah.
So this one has Earl Grey and blackberry with notes of vanilla.
Ooh.
So good.
I think I was like surprised by like this one because it has Earl Grey in it.
Right.
And I'm just sometimes unsure about it.
Yeah. What I really think is cool though is if you're a Doctor Who fan, on Adagio when you order the TARDIS tea, you get the 4-ounce pouch. It says, because the interior of the TARDIS pouch is larger than the exterior, we're able to fit in an extra ounce of tea.
Oh,
So you get
I
an
love
extra ounce of tea
that.
and it's at a cheaper price. Yeah, it's really cute. So sweet.
I really like this tea.
It's so good.
What are you reading this week?
Okay, so I didn't know if I was going to talk about this on the podcast or not, but I'm just going to throw it out there.
Okay.
So I just finished Wicked Saints. And I know I talked about this earlier this month or the end of March because I was on the blog tour April 5th, I believe. So I read enough of the book to review it for my blog.
Well, because you have deadlines.
Right.
We all understand
and I
that.
didn't have time to finish it because, of course, I had another book looming, another review looming that I had to do. So I read enough to write the review, and then I finally got a chance to finish it today. It's so good.
Yeah.
Like, my initial, review is not going to change, other than I would probably have even more praise for it.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's
Good.
just so, like, if you're a fan of the Grisha trilogy, I think you would really like it. It's just got that, like, dark, gritty, it's just so good. Ugh.
A new world.
Ugh.
New characters, new things to figure out.
Yes.
Deep fantasy book.
Oh my God, I love it. And we just got a copy of it in this month's Alchemy.
Yes, it's so pretty.
Mhm.
And we'll talk about that a little later.
Yeah. So, and then also I started Internment by Samira Ahmed.
I love that cover.
Right? This one is like a near future United States where like being Muslim is outlawed, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm only on chapter 2. I haven't gotten that far.
Yeah. So it's
but-
just starting.
Yeah. But this is another book that I was supposed to read last month. So I'm catching up.
Hey, this episode title is just just checking in on where we're at in life.
What are the things you haven't done yet?
Oh my gosh, that's exactly what this title should be.
Right? So what are you reading?
So I'm rereading, which, I have so many books that I need to read, and I don't know why, but I just really wanted to reread. Well, I do know why. Basically, the book Lady Midnight, the
Dark
Artifices. Is that how we decided that it was called? So I wanted to reread that because the April is the fantasy month of the OLIB reading challenge. So I was like, I really want to read the third book, which is, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I don't have this up. It is, well, the first book is Lady Midnight. The second one is Lord of Shadows. And the third one that just came out this year is called Queen of Air and Darkness. So I was like, I really want to get re-immersed in the world because honestly, I read them so long ago. 2016 was when Lady Midnight came out.
Dang,
so
it was that long ago.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna reread them. I started Lady Midnight yesterday, and I finally finished it because they are bigger books. They take a little while longer. So I just got done with that, and I just started Lord of Shadows. And I remember everything from Lady Midnight because I think I had reread it again when Lord of Shadows came out, but I'm forgetting what happened in Lord of Shadows. Really? So I'm so glad I'm rereading it. So that I just finished that, and it was really good. I wrote a couple things down, like I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I guess you haven't read it, right? Mm-mm. Yeah. No. Basically, it's still in the Shadowhunter world. It's following the Parabatai, Julian Blackthorne and Emma Carceres, and those are big names in the Shadowhunter world. Yeah. And so basically, they are Parabatai, and Julian is kind of taking care of everything around the house because his parents were killed in the Dark Wars. Yeah. And
because wasn't that at the end of the Immortal Instruments?
Yes, that's the end of that. Because all the books are kind of tied together or like lead off of each other. So yeah, they're in that a little bit. And so it's a really interesting book. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's love, and there's also like questioning laws in that world and questioning people in your life. It's so good. So I'm going to start reading Lord of Shadows next, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited because it's a trilogy. So once I'm to Queen of Air and Darkness, it's over, and I'm so nervous about it.
When is that one out? Or is it
That's out right now. It came out in 2018. I just have had it, and I was like...
The third one?
Queen of Air and Darkness, yeah. Okay. And I have had it for a while, and I was like, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get this. But I was like, well, I really want to remember what's going on so I can really appreciate it. And I always love rereading books with depth, and I'm like these do, with a lot of stuff going on and little things that you might not see the first time.
Mm-hmm. And like a world that you can really just like dive into and be part of.
Exactly. So I'm reading Lord of Shadows, and I'm trying to also keep with the books I promised to read and my blog tours and stuff like that. So I also am starting to read No Feelings Involved by Siobhan Davis. It's an arc. It comes out, I think,
she is just pumping them out.
Right?
Holy cow.
She just pumps so many out. I don't know how she does it.
Impressive.
It's so impressive. And they're all like, so the ones that are standalones, they all have featured characters from other standalones. So even if they're not a part of a series, so you don't have to read them a part of a series, but she'll mention these characters or this characters.
How do you keep it all straight?
Oh, I don't. You know? I honestly don't know, because she writes romance and she also writes sci-fi.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
And so I'm so into those books as well.
So, but the sci-fi and the romance series never have any.
Those never have any crossovers. So,
different universes.
Definitely different universes, but the sci-fi and the romance are all in the same universe, so people can run into each other. So No Feelings, I'll just read like the little blurb at the top because I haven't read it yet. I don't want to spoil it for myself. Mm-hmm. It says, can the skeptical player let down his guard long enough to let love into his life, or is this forbidden romance a train wreck from the making? Ooh. So it sounds really good, and she's one of my will read anything books that come out. So as soon as I heard about it, I was like, yes, sign me up. I really am. I just can't get enough of her romance books.
Plus, you like fly through them, so it's not like...
Oh, yeah. I fly through them. I just hope, because she's really good at like breaking my heart. So I'm like, don't break my heart. I'm not emotionally ready for this. I'm in the Lord of the Shadows fantasy. I'm happy. Right. Don't make me cry.
Even though fantasies, I feel like, are known for everybody dies, or like, you know...
Yeah, I actually saw a spoiler for Queen of Air and Darkness about someone dying. Really upset with myself because I was looking up the because I'm really interested in books that are all tied together with like family trees and lineage. And so since we read the Infernal Devices, the characters, you can see the tree of like how we got to these kids and who you know what I mean? So I really like that. Mm-hmm. So I was looking it up, and it said death, and I was like, no.
What?
I just spoiled it for myself.
Right?
I couldn't believe it. So I'm real upset about that.
Oh, no. I guess the thing is, like, you don't know how it happens or why, right?
Yeah, and I'm hoping, and sometimes in the Shadowhunter world, just because you're dead doesn't mean you're dead. So I'm hoping that that's the case, or I'm hoping that it was wrong. I don't know. Yeah. So I'm just, I don't know.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I hope by next podcast I'll be able to tell you guys, like, my thoughts on the whole series.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be done with it. Yeah, considering how fast you read the first one.
I love it. I don't know why. I love fantasy books. It was the same when I read the Shadow and Bone series.
Wait, That's not what you mean.
Nope, that's not what I mean.
Daughter of Smoke and Bone.
Sorry. I need to read.
I was like, wait, you read that?
Yeah, I need to read that series. But just like Daughter and Smoke and Bone, I just hesitated to read it. And then once I started, I read them so fast. And that's another series I want to reread.
I do too.
Because sometimes when I'm so in it, I read fast because I'm not, I want to just be there and I want to be there.
Know what happens.
Yeah. And then the next time I read through, I read it for like knowing the ending, reading through for more context and more clues and more details.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone else does that. I know you do, but
I feel like, when did I read that for the first time? Wasn't it before we went to our first book con because Laini Taylor was going to be there? So I think it was 2016, maybe 2015 when I read that. So yeah, it's been a while. I could use a reread.
Right? You just can't help but reread those kind of books. And I'll reread some other kinds. If there's like a big twist that I didn't see coming, I like to go back and try to figure out the clues that were left for me that I obviously missed.
Right. Those are always my favorite like movies too, is where I get to the end and I'm like, wait, what? And I want to start it over to see what I missed.
See, I'm such a big rewatcher of all movies and all shows because I feel like I'll always miss something. There's always more things there that you don't realize.
Yeah.
So everyone makes fun of me when I get a new DVD. I'll like rewatch it a couple times because there's so much going on. You can't possibly catch everything.
Right. That's what actually I was just talking with someone about today about Game of Thrones. So if you're watching that, there's no spoilers. I'm not going to say anything spoilery, but
yeah, I haven't seen it. So
we're on the last season now. And a lot of people I know have gone back to the beginning to rewatch all of them before the new season started. And they said like the writers were building up for what's happening now. So knowing what you know now and then going back and watching, you can see why these things are going to be happening in the future. Like it's like they were setting it all up.
Yeah.
And if you had just paid closer attention or like thought about it more, you would have seen all of this coming.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So they're all fighting for a throne right now, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's so good.
I have no idea what's going on. I know, and everyone I've talked to is like, you don't watch Game of Thrones? You seem like a Game of Thrones person. And I was like, I just have so much going on.
I know that you would like it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I loved it. Remember I watched the first couple episodes, and I was like, I understand why this is addictive. I have not done nothing else. But that's the problem is I've got a lot of reading to do, and I can't not do anything. Like, I'm going to have to just sit down and watch it. I think I'm going to be good with spoilers because I've avoided them so far. I have no frame of reference. I know what the actors are, obviously, and I know their names. But if someone says something to me about it, I kind of put it in the don't remember memory. Yeah. So I have no idea what's going on.
Oh, gosh. Okay, bringing it back to books.
Yes.
New releases this week.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about
I will talk about the one. So Elizabeth sends out a new release blog post every week. So you can see all the new blog posts. That's how or new releases. That's how I find mine.
So real quick, though, I'm really excited. I think starting in May, I'm going to do 2 posts every Tuesday, one with YA books and one with adult books.
I love that.
YA and middle grade.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
But then the other with adult books because the lists are so long. I feel like I need to break them up somehow.
Yeah, and then you can read by preference as well.
Yeah.
So you can be like, okay, here's some YA books I want. I like that.
Yeah, so I'm working on it.
I'm working on it. So I chose to talk about I Know Who You Are by Alice Feeney.
Ooh.
I really like the cover. I don't know a lot about it. I know I scrolled. I was like, oh, I know this.
Is it like a thriller? Because that's what it kind of sounds like.
Yeah, mystery and thriller.
Okay.
I'll try to read a little bit of it. I Know Who You Are is a brilliant tale of 2 stories. One is about Amy Sinclair, well-known actress on the verge of being full-on famous. If you saw her, you'd think you'd know her. One day, towards the near end of her shoot on the latest film, Amy comes home from filming to find her husband's cell phone and wallet on the dining room table. He never goes anywhere without them, but he's nowhere to be found. She's not too concerned. They had a huge fight the night before. They both said things they didn't mean. He might have done things he didn't mean, things she can't forget, even though she has a history of supposedly forgetting. After all, she's a very good actress.
Ooh.
So it looks like the next morning she goes to a morning run. Her card goes to her coffee shop. Her card is denied, which she calls the bank. Her bank account has been emptied out.
Oh, my God.
She immediately suspects her husband, but they say no, it was Amy herself who closed the account, and thus begins the bizarre rabbit hole in which Amy finds herself falling where nothing is as it seems. I don't know if I can read that. So that's really good. Alternating with Amy's story is that of a little girl who wandered away from home. We always tell our kids not to talk to strangers or bad things will happen. Well, bad things happen.
What?
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 I don't know, but now I'm like, yes.
Twisty.
That's so twisty.
Oh my god.
And 7 of my friends are like, want to read as soon as possible. You're one of them.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so good.
So what new release did you pick?
Yeah, so I picked a thriller also.
Look at us.
Those are my they're my favorite. So this one is called The Mother-in-Law by Sally Hepworth. And I'll read like the little blurb. It says, someone once told me that you have 2 families in your life, the one you were born into and the one you chose. Yes, you may get, choose. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yes, you may get to choose your partner, but you don't choose your mother-in-law. The cackling mercenaries of fate determine it all. So it sounds like it's about, a girl or a woman and her mother-in-law. And like they're not exactly close, like, the daughter-in-law wants to be, but then the mother-in-law is found dead.
Oh no.
With a suicide note. But the autopsy shows that that there was some suffocation. And so now there's questions. Did she kill herself or did someone kill her?
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah. That's what I thought. So many thrillers. Well, for my Kindle Unlimited pick, it's a romance. So let's just break it up a little bit. Of course it is.
This is on my TBR. It says an Amazon top 10 bestseller. I just really love the cover. It's a couple kissing with like sparkly text and like a sunset in the background. It's My Life in Shambles, a standalone romance by Karina Hale. And I'll just read like the little synopsis at the beginning. Mm-hmm. When Valerie Stevens made a resolution to say yes to new adventures, she never thought she'd end up in a tiny town of shambles, fake engaged to one of Ireland's top rugby players. But there's a first time for everything, including losing your heart. And then the next thing it says is they say bad things happen in threes. So I'm very excited to read it.
Fake engaged.
Fake engaged.
Interesting.
5 stars. It's a bestseller in sports romance. So
interesting.
I'm very interested.
Yeah. So I went on Prime Reading and found 1984 by George Orwell, which is a classic. Okay. And if you haven't read it yet, which
I haven't read it yet.
Me also. I think I remember like in high school maybe I tried to start reading it and didn't get very far.
Yeah.
So one of these days, but now that it's on Prime Reading, I really don't have a lot of excuses. So this is like a future. It's set in the future, but it was written in 1949. So I think it would be really interesting to see the imagined future of someone in 1949 and how maybe how accurate they are and how whatever. I just think it sounds really interesting.
That does sound interesting.
And that's where like the idea of Big Brother came from, was this book. Like, the government watching everything you're doing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So from what I remember, there's like cameras everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And so they can see what you're doing all the time and you're constantly monitored.
It's like that movie that I don't like.
Oh, what movie?
You always make fun of me about.
Oh my God, that's right. Your trigger movie.
Yes. It's like, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
What's his name? It's Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And Truman Show.
Yes, The Truman Show.
Oh
I don't know why I don't like that movie.
You hate it so much.
I hate it so much. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't think 1984 is quite like that.
No.
Like, I don't think it's a movie about someone's life. Oh, God.
Well, we opened our Owl Crate and Paper Gang boxes, the April boxes, and what were your thoughts on them?
Oh, they were both so good.
They were so good.
The Paper Gang theme was like this, what did it say? It's like trippy something.
Yeah, like trippy. It looked like molten lava mixed with the...
It kind of looked like, when people put like oil and paint in water.
That's exactly what it looked like.
It was so pretty.
It was so pretty. And we got some cards. We got some notebooks. We got washi tape.
And a little pencil case.
Yes. So it was really, really good. And then for Owl Crate, they went above and beyond this month.
This is an insane box. Like, it's like $35 a month with shipping?
Yes.
Or plus shipping. I can't remember exactly, but it's not crazy expensive. Especially once you start opening it and realize if you bought everything separately, it'd be like $100.
Exactly.
You know?
Because you get a unique cover. Mm-hmm. It's signed, which signed books are more expensive. Mm-hmm. This month we got a scarf.
Yep, a scarf.
Out of print socks.
Yep.
Enamel pin. A pop socket.
A pop socket.
Yeah, and we got
a hardcover notebook.
Yes, we got a little sampler of another book coming out.
Yep.
And we got a little scarf of, or like not scarf. Sorry,
like a fabric map.
A fabric map of the book that we got, which was
Wicked Saints.
The Wicked Saints, and the cover is so different. So those are so unique. There's only so many in the world. Right. That's so neat.
It's insane. I don't know how they do it. Like, I'm very curious how they're still making money.
We need to interview them and be like, how do you guys do this?
How do you do this?
Explain it.
We don't need your business secrets, but at the same time, like, how?
Yeah. I can't believe more people don't subscribe.
Well, and like, how have box prices not gone up?
I know. Because they're like, we just kept lifting up stuff and there was more and more goodies. Right. And we're like, how?
Right. Like, usually, you get a wearable, but you get one wearable. You don't get two. It's crazy.
It was so good.
I was in love.
I know. I was like, I can't wait to go through it again because we just like go through it really fast on the live show. And then I'm going to go back through it and be like, oh my God, I love all of this. I can't wait to take pictures with it. And we're going to try and wear our scarves tomorrow.
Yes. I got to find something to wear it with.
I know. Same. So this week for Book World News / random book things, I just had a thought and I wanted to get your thoughts and maybe the viewers as well.
Listeners.
They could be staring at their computer right now while they listen.
They're not viewing us.
Ugh, no. I look terrible.
Same.
So I was scrolling through some of the Facebook groups that we're a part of, and I saw this post that was going viral. I don't know if you saw it. It was like, books I love, books I hate, books I think are underrated, books I think...
I did see that. Yeah. Someone posted in the Owl Crate group.
Yes, I think I saw it in the Owl Crate group as well. So I was going to go... Right. I was going to do it because I love doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I stopped when I couldn't think of a book to like hate.
Yeah.
And a book that I think is overrated. Like it was, I don't know. I just couldn't. Mm-hmm. And I was wondering like if you did or like what your opinion was because there's not really a book that I absolutely hate overall. Because one, it took someone forever to write that. It's their little book baby.
Right.
And I just feel like it's just like art. Like everyone's going to have their own point of views and their own thoughts and feelings on it. And who am I to like, crap on something? And as long as it's not like grammatically poor.
Right.
Or.
Well, and the thing is like, if it was that bad, you didn't read it all the way through. So can you really say that you hated it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's kind of our thing too, is like, sure, this book might not be my cup of tea, but I'm still not going to tell you I hated it because you might love it and I'm not going to crap all over it,
Exactly. So like I went to go type it and then I was like, nope, I'm not going to fill it out. And I just kind of wanted to hear your point of view and kind of just rant about it, how people are just like hating, like saying hate all these books. And I was like, wow, like that's a lot.
The first one I saw, the one thing that irritated me was, so it says like book that you think is overrated and one that you think is underrated. And they had wrote series of unfortunate events for underrated.
I saw that one too.
And I was like, I feel like it's not underrated though. Everyone knows about that book.
Yeah, it's a very popular book.
Right, it's a very popular
There's
series.
A movie.
Right, so underrated means, like those indie authors or like those books that got released and then flew under the radar, like
or need more recognition. Like don't post a book that's mainstream,
right? So that's what jumped out at me right away. But I was like, I just don't. I don't want to be negative when it comes to books.
Same. I mean, there's only been a couple books where I was like, I can't finish this, but sometimes it was just because of the grammatical or they didn't have a editor. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then that's what's just like,
the flow of the story wasn't good or something.
Yeah, and I'm just going to not read it and, that's that, I guess.
Well, we talk a lot about, like, the Shadowhunter world.
Yes.
And I feel burned, but, like, that's because I don't like a couple of the characters, and it's not because I hated the books.
No, exactly. And I keep telling you just hated that one. Right. And if you read the one I'm reading, like, you would love it because I love strong female characters, and finally someone is blonde, and so I can be them for Halloween. That's what I'm excited about.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm never going to say I hated that book. I'm just very frustrated because I didn't like the characters.
You can't say you hate Alec and Magnus.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And I really like that werewolf girl, too. I can't think of her name.
I know who you're talking about. Oh, God, I should know, too. I just reread those as well. Yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that. I was just like, couldn't do it. Couldn't put hate. So I was just like, I wonder if anybody else is like, feels really strong and like, forceful about hating books. Because I'm just not.
I just feel, I mean, I think there's a lot. If you read different book bloggers' reviews and stuff, there are some people who are just very intense, emotional. I don't know what it is about books. And so it's like they either really love it or really hate it.
Yeah. I think if there was a lot of errors and stuff like that and a lot of like things that were wrong, I might just reach out to the publisher and just be like, hey.
Right.
Just so you know, like, this is that. But other than that, I don't think I would ever like put, I hated this book.
Yeah, there's been books I can't finish, but it's not because I hate it. It's just because it's not my thing.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone has their own things. We can't be mean to them about that.
Yeah. Okay,
oh my God, I can't wait to know what this is about.
Something I wanted to talk about. I'm so excited. Vans just announced yesterday that they are launching a Harry Potter collaboration.
Are you joking me? Take my money.
Right?
Take all of my money.
From what I can see.
Do they have examples?
Yeah, I think from what I can see, they do not have anything specific yet. Let me look. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't seen anything specific, just the announcement. But I'm so excited.
I want them
it looks
all
like
now.
You can go to their website and you can sign up to be notified when it's available.
Me.
Right? But like on their website, they have the 4 different houses. So I'm very curious if they're going to have a shoe for each house.
I mean, that'll make my life a lot easier because I won't have to pick.
Will it though? Because then I'm going to want Ravenclaw, but then I'm sure they're also going to have like a regular Hogwarts shoe and like.
I'm going to get both.
Right?
Well, I was saying if they just had the 4 houses, that would make my life easier because then I'd obviously just get my house. But if they have others, I just sign up for the emails. That is definitely going to be purchased.
So exciting. One of my friends tagged me in it on Facebook yesterday. I was like, what?
Anything Harry Potter they come out with, I am down.
Right, exactly. Let's see. The other thing we wanted to share quick was that Book Outlet is having a spend and save sale.
What do you think we were doing before this podcast? Right? We were filling our carts.
The thing is, it ends on Friday when this episode airs. So if you're listening on Friday, jump out there and get some books.
Exactly.
If you're listening after that, I'm really sorry.
Yes.
But Book Outlet always has decent price books.
Definitely.
So
and
go shop anyway.
Exactly. And if you are listening to this after Friday, go fill up your cart. It saves your cart. And then when there's another deal,
there you
go for it.
Right. That's what we do.
Or randomly
Unless,
go
of course,
for it.
there's only like 2 copies left.
Then you have to go for it. Yeah, exactly. You look at the prices compared to anywhere else. It is amazing. I just got a Book Outlet order and I'm already going to want another one.
Yeah, I really want another one.
So there's this book coming out in theaters. This book coming out in theaters called After by Anna Todd.
Time out. A book coming out in theaters?
Yeah. Book adaptation.
Oh, gotcha.
Adaptation.
I was like,
I'll fight you. Listen, let me talk. I'm just kidding. So I really liked the movie trailer, but it's one of those Wattpad stories that came to real life. There's 5 of them.
Really?
And everyone's comparing it to...
What's it called again?
After by Anna Todd. I don't know. There's a lot of mixed feelings about it. Either, it's just kind of like Goodreads where you don't know if...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's 5 books, and I really wanted to read them and then watch the movie. I mean, it's 3.75 stars. Yeah. And it varies between my friends on Goodreads. But it just basically is about this young girl who goes to college, and she's just like a good girl who's never done anything wrong. And then she moves into a freshman dorm and runs into this cocky British guy with tattoos and a lip ring, and he's so different. And she likes him, but he is like, I don't know, gaslighting a little bit. I want to say, not maybe, I don't know. I don't know anything. I haven't read it. But it's like, oh, he's rude, but he also calls her beautiful, and he pushes her away, but then he wants to be around her. So then she's like, could this be love? Like, what does this mean? But I don't know. A lot of people said they didn't like it, and a lot of people said they loved it.
I was just reading through some of the reviews on
They're
Amazon.
It's very
people are crazy.
Yeah. And a lot of people are comparing it to 50 Shades of Grey because that was also a Wattpad. Yeah. So I'm guessing it's more indie / less YA. I mean, it's focused on YA, but it sounds like it's a new adult, to be completely honest with you. It's in college, it's a new adult.
I'm curious if this is true because someone said that it started as a One Direction fanfic.
That's awesome. I mean, British, that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Everyone said, it's really good, I didn't hate it, and then people are like, no, I hated it. So, I don't know.
It's very polarizing, apparently.
Yeah, but I felt like 50 Shades of Grey was as well.
Yeah.
So I want to give it a shot. I like indie books, and I like Wattpad, and I like reading those kind of books that aren't necessarily like perfect.
Right.
Like, I saw people getting mad because they're like, oh, well, why would she be with him? You know, he's mean to her. And I'm like, that happens every day, honey.
Exactly.
Like, this is real. Like, I hope that, you know, it's not portraying it for someone to stay, but being in those kind of relationships when you're a freshman in college or even in high school happen.
Right.
So I want to read those things.
Yeah, that's what we've talked about before.
Exactly.
Like, I want to read those situations, but I also want to read with how the girl handles it, and then, you know, in a healthy way or something.
Exactly.
You know,
so that I want to give it a chance, but I just want to know if anyone else had read the book or seen the trailer, because the trailer looked really good. The girl's so cute, and I can't wait to watch it. But I think that's going to be one of my reads randomly. Like, I'm trying to fit it in as I'm reading other things, just because it's so polarizing, the comments.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's either 1 or 5 stars. So I'm just like, okay, I need to see what everyone's talking about.
Right.
Because it has to be big enough, because they're making a movie out of it. I mean, it's in theaters right now. I would go, but I want to read the book first.
Right, exactly. I'm a book purist.
I know, me too. I don't want them to put ideas into my head.
Exactly.
Okay,
before we do the
cover reveal?
Yes. So today Wednesday.
Yes, today is Wednesday. Guess we should say that.
April 24th. They revealed the cover for Into the Crooked Place by Alexandra Christo. So this is the author of To Kill a Kingdom, the Little Mermaid retelling.
So familiar.
Yeah,
okay.
So that came out last year. So the cover was revealed for her new book. It looks so good.
It does.
And we're going to link it. We're going to share this link, whatever, in the comments. But on Tor.com, they also give you the first chapter of the book, so you can go read it.
I love that.
See how
we're linking that so people can find it. Okay. Yep. I love reading the first chapter or like the samples.
Yeah.
I feel like that makes me want to read the book more.
Right.
Because you
so excited.
You get into it and then you're like, wait, it's done? No. Pre-order.
The little blurb on the book says,
the
realms make monsters of us all. Like, I'm here for monsters always.
Give me all the monsters.
And the morally gray characters. I would like all of them, please, and thank you.
Give me all of them. So while we were getting ready for this week's episode, I was jokingly looking for, some stuff to talk about the book world, and I found this quiz on Epic Reads, and I was trying to take it while we were talking, and it was just like, let's just do it on the podcast.
Yeah.
I was like, yay, because I actually had 2 tabs open, one for you and one for me, and I was going to answer them for us. Because I don't know, sometimes you just need some lighthearted stuff.
Yeah.
So this quiz is called Which YA Makeout Scene Are You?
Oh my God.
Come to the romance side.
Yikes.
I love it so much. I can't help it. And it kind of references Shatter Me by Tahir Mahafi.
Tahir Mafi.
Mafi. Yeah. Oh, I said Mahafi, didn't
so.
I? Tahir Mafi. And I really want to read that series because I heard there's romance in it.
Right.
So I need to.
So there's...
And
3 books, plus there's a couple half books in between, and then she just released the next one, and then I think there's one more after that. Yeah, that's going to be released next year. I have all of them in paperback. Yeah. All of the original series.
That's what I need to do on Book Outlet. They're on Book Outlet. I think I have the first or second one, but I think I don't have the third. I need to figure out which ones I'm missing, because you know how we are. We need all of the books before we can read the series. But that's how this quiz came about, was talking about her books. So I'm really excited. So let's take the quiz. So it's pink and it says, which way makeout scene are you? Let's start. And we'll link it below so you guys can take it too with us. So I'll go first. Your idea of a true romance is 1, love at first sight. Why are you asking me? I have no clue. Someone who knows my Chipotle order. Or if you're in the Midwest, Pancheros. Or a relationship that grows over time. Ugh, I'm such a sucker for love. I already know what I'm going to say.
I'm going to go with a relationship that grows over time.
I'm going to go with love at first sight. I'm so annoying.
You would. Oh, no. Okay. All right. The next one is pick a Disney princess.
Ooh.
So we have Elsa,
Do you only have 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Elsa, Mulan, Ariel, Tatiana, or Belle?
Yeah. I already know who I'm going to pick.
I think I'm going to go with Mulan.
Oh my God, me too. Mulan is my favorite. Do you still watch Mulan?
It's been a long time.
Oh, I just love Mulan. All right. The next question is, your dream date would be just reading together on a lazy afternoon, a simple dinner and movie night, a spontaneous trip somewhere new, a picnic gazing up at the stars.
Ooh, this is hard.
That's really hard. So, like, obviously my perfect would be just reading together on a lazy afternoon, but David doesn't read.
Exactly. Alex doesn't either.
We should force them. Why are we forcing them to read?
Every time I sit and try to read and he's near me, he tries to talk to me.
Oh my God, same.
It sounds like he's my nightmare date.
Right? He'll be like, oh my God, what are you reading now? Is that good? What's happening? And I'm like, leave me alone. Let me read. So that one's crossed off our list.
Yep, that's not it. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of a picnic gazing up at the stars.
Oh, you would. Just kidding. No, I think I would like, I think I would like a spontaneous trip to somewhere new because David was the first person that ever took me anywhere on a vacation. I'd never been on a vacation outside of our family before him. So that was really fun.
Anytime we try and do something spontaneous, we both have like anxiety of like new places and like what do we do? Oh my God, we don't know what we're doing, and then it's just a disaster.
You guys are both nerds. Oh no.
Choose a pet.
They're all so cute.
Oh, it's like a little, what is that called? A teacup pig?
Yes.
Or a little snake.
Little baby snake.
A puppy, a kitten, or a little blue bird.
He's a little fluffy bird.
I gotta go with the dog.
Yep, same. I mean, we both have dogs. All right, I will read the next one. Which rom-com is your go-to? To All the Boys I Loved Before, Crazy Rich Asians, Legally Blonde, Clueless, or Love, Simon?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've seen 3 out of the 5 of these.
Same. I think we haven't seen 2 of them because they're books and we haven't read them.
Not true. I've read To All the Boys I've Loved Before and watched it.
But you haven't watched Crazy Rich Asians or Love, Simon because
I
they're
thought
books.
You hadn't seen To All the Boys I Loved Before yet.
Yeah.
You watched it?
I rage watched it.
You did not tell me this. We need to talk.
We do need to
talk.
I thought we talked.
Girl.
Do you want to talk about it on T-Chats? Or now?
Not right now. We have a lot to get to tonight.
All right, fine. We'll talk about it next week or something. We'll put it in the podcast. All right. So I just actually talked to someone who listened to Crazy Rich Asians on Audible, and they said it was so good. And I was like, it's on my reading list. I know. So I don't know. I think I'm down to 2. I'm either To All the Boys I've Loved Before because it was so good,
right?
Or Clueless because
those are the ones I'm down to too. Because like Clueless is nostalgia.
Yeah,
but
like I can watch Clueless and I love it. I love all of it,
right?
But then To All the Boys I Loved Before was just so perfect. It was just like the book came to life.
I don't think of Clueless necessarily as a rom-com.
Yeah, so let's go.
To All the Boys.
Yeah.
I mean, choose a wedding dress.
Ooh, okay, you're going to describe these.
How do I do this? So the first one is black, like my soul.
Beautiful. It has lace on the top, it looks like.
Yeah.
And it has what's that called? Both are off the shoulder.
Yeah, like strapless.
Okay. You're strapless.
The second one has like a deep V and long lacy sleeves.
And it's a ball gown.
Yeah. And then
all these are, the first 2 are ball gowns. Sorry.
Right. And then the third one has kind of like a long train.
With, it looks like
a lot like the second one.
Yeah, but it has a high neck instead of a V.
Mm-hmm. In the long lace sleeves. And then the third one is a simple, like white, lacy. It looks
mermaid.
Like it has, and it looks like it has like halter top kind of strappy things.
So which one do you like? Girl, I like the black one.
I really like the black one.
But you're choosing a wedding dress. If you got married again, would you wear the black wedding dress?
Probably.
Yeah,
Did you see when I got married in the first time?
I know, you're being stubborn.
A big sweater and
I think I like the second one. I'll pick the second one if you want to pick the black one.
Yep.
Okay. Pick an iconic couple. Bonnie and Clyde, Prince Charles and Princess Diana, Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears.
Get out.
Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi. I always say that wrong. Michelle and Barack Obama. Oh my God,
Michelle
there we go.
And Barack.
Yep.
Like,
Bonnie and Clyde. Does anyone? I hate how people romanticize them. Who was I having this discussion with?
Not me.
I think those people at work. They said that they listened to, or they watched an actual movie that actually prescribed portrayed them the way that they were, and they were like murdering people, and it was not okay. And like people were like, oh, they're just Bonnie and Clyde. I'm like, no, that's not how it is.
Why would you pick Justin and Britney? Like
they broke up. Get over it, people. They're not gonna wear those all denim outfits ever again together.
Right?
Okay.
God. All right, choose a shade of lipstick.
Ooh.
Power red, night black, ocean blue, spring pink, or punk purple.
Ooh.
Oh, why isn't there like a
nude?
Like a dark nude. That's my
yeah,
fave.
we both wear nudes. Oh, gosh, I don't know. I've wore dark purple, I've wore black, and I've wore red. I'm not wearing those bright pinks.
Right?
Absolutely
no,
not.
Pink is not my color.
I can do like a nudie pink, but that's it.
Yeah, I think I can, and then I get out in the sun. I'm like, whoa, this is a lot brighter than I expected.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go with punk purple because that's the closest to brown.
I'll go power red. Ooh,
what'd you get?
Mine's so calculating.
Oh wait, -2. Just kidding.
I got Juliet and Warner's Kiss and Defy Me. Okay, that just even makes it worse that I need to read this.
What?
Did you get that?
No.
Oh, she kisses me again, this time deeper, hungrier, and my heart beats so fast it roars in my ears. Ooh, okay, what'd you get?
I got Dumpling's first kiss in Dumpling.
Oh my God, I want to read that so bad.
He tastes like artificial cherry and toothpaste. I want to kiss him until my lips fall off.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
Yeah,
that was
I know.
fun.
I need to read that series too. Oh, so this podcast is all the books we haven't read yet.
Oh, I need to read that.
Oh, God.
It basically is. I mean, this week's topic is challenge check-in.
Yeah.
And we apologize now for all the books we have not read.
Oh, God. Okay.
So let's start off easy.
Yeah.
Where are you at in your Goodreads?
Goodreads challenge. Let me go to my Goodreads real quick.
Mine's bad.
I thought I had it open. I do not.
I can tell you mine first. So, reading challenge, I said I was going to read 100 books this year, and I have only read 13.
How many books does it say you're behind?
18.
Whoa.
But if you think about it, I'm going to read those.
It says you're behind 18?
Yeah. See, but I've noticed, that did it before, but around like winter, fall, I read a lot more.
Oh, gotcha.
And so then I like speed past it. So I'm not too worried about it. Plus, I have 2 books that I haven't entered yet because I don't do it until I've written the review.
You're crazy.
Okay.
I always get on Goodreads when I start reading a book and mark it as reading, and so that I have my like beginning and end dates.
Oh, I do have that. I read I finished like Buffering and I finished something else, but I haven't like written the review, so I don't want to put it in there yet.
Oh my gosh.
So crazy. Where are you at?
So I said that I would read 85 books, and I've read 24. So I'm only 2 books behind schedule so far.
Nerd. Dang it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I still feel like I'm just so far behind because Goodreads is telling me I'm only 2 books behind, but all of
Life
my
is telling
other all of my other challenges in my TBR says otherwise.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not good.
Okay, should we talk about Beat the Backlist next?
Sure.
Just keep throwing punches at me.
Right, because the Goodreads challenge is just number.
Yeah, that's just a number. Just read 100 books or read 85 in your case, and you're good to go.
The past couple of years, we both set challenge goals or whatever for NetGalley or
Goodreads.
Goodreads. Did you hit it every other time?
Yeah.
Me too, and I've always gone over, so I'm really nervous. And because I keep upping it just a little bit, so I'm really nervous that I'm not going to
hit it. I think I did it 2 years ago was 50. I beat that. Last year was 75. Read 100 something. So that's why I put it to 100 because I'm like, well, I read 100 books last year and I wasn't even trying. So I'll see. Because my thing is like...
I read so much more than I do.
Well, my thing is like once it's in a series, I rage read the entire series. So I... have a problem. Okay, so Beat the Backlist. That is from Novel Night.
Yep.
And I am in trouble with this one because I haven't read any of them.
So we each picked...
10.
No.
13?
Yeah, I picked 13.
Oh, I have 13. Sorry, I saw 2 together and then I didn't count some.
Our idea was that we would read one book a month from the list, and then like plus 1 extra that we'll throw in sometime. So you've read none. Do you want to like remind us what books you have on your list?
So I have the Grisha trilogy. So that's 3 books.
Yeah.
Because my problem is I can't just put the first one of the series because I'm gonna read the others.
Right.
So I have the Shadow of Fall series, which has been on my shelf forever. It looks so good. There's 4 books, 4 or 5. Mm-hmm. I have Everything by Nicola Yoon. The Nova series by Jessica Sorensen. Oh, the other series. I should have said their authors. Sorry. That's only like 2 books. The Mortality Doctrine series by James Dashner. I've read the first one.
Oh, yeah.
That's the computer one.
Yep.
Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Save series by Siobhan Davis. I've read 2 of those, so I guess I have kind of started reading it.
Okay.
The Darkest Mind series by Alexandra Bracken.
Yeah.
The Mortal Engine series by Philip Reeve. So even just starting these will count for me because I just want to like start them. Simon versus the Homo Sapien Agenda by Becky Abertali. Mm-hmm. And Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like more popular ones, more like they have a movie and I want to read them.
Yeah.
And if I just start them, I think that's okay. But so I guess I've read the first 2 of the Save series.
Okay.
And I've read the first one of the Mortality Doctrine by James Dashner. So I have like 3, I guess.
Yeah.
What about you?
So I don't know if we should kind of like go over what Beat the Backlist is real quick. We did talk about it in I don't know, an episode at the beginning of the year-ish.
Yeah.
But so this challenge is to read a book that was published before 2019, basically.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So for mine, I kind of looked at a lot of books where I've read the first book in the series but haven't read the second one yet because, you know, when I read it, the second one wasn't out or whatever. So that's how I picked a lot of these. I've got Shadow Song by S.J. Jones, which is number 2 in the... Oh, crap. What's the first one called? Winter Song.
Oh, yep.
And then I've got Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. And the first one is the Savage Song. So I've read, like, both of these. I've read the first one. I haven't read the second one. And then I've got Two Dark Rains by Kendara Blake, because I've read the first 2, but not the third.
Yeah.
Dreamer by L.E. Delano. This is also a second book in a series. Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. Also the second book. And then, let's see, Smoke in the Sun by Renee Audier. That's a second one. And then I've got, Eliza and Her Monsters, which I did read in January or February. So I've read 1 from my list. And then I've also got Renegades and Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer. Before She Ignites and As She Ascends by Jody Meadows. And then Invictus by Ryan Groudon.
Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry, one more.
Okay.
Air Awakens by Elise Kova.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I skipped one. Anyway, so a lot of mine are seconds in a series.
Yeah, I forgot. I did have Kendara Blake's as well. I skipped those accidentally.
I do kind of want to read the first one again before I jump into the second one. So, like, this is a very loaded list.
Yeah, I feel like we loaded ourselves up and we should probably have done one-offs, but that's just not us.
No.
And I don't think it's like... I don't see this as something we have to complete. I think it's just helping us be like, oh my gosh, these are books that you wanted to read. Like maybe if you're in a slump and you don't have something to read, which will never be me because I can't get off NetGalley, that you can read one of these.
Right. So that's that's kind of what I did when I was like making my list. I went to my bookshelves and I was like, okay, what books have I been saying for a long time? Like
that you're gonna read.
I'm gonna read this.
Exactly.
So who knows? Hopefully I get to them. I've read 1.
We'll have to do another check-in episode. Keep ourselves accountable.
Yeah, maybe once every quarter. I guess we're past the quarter. I don't know.
Once every
couple months. When we feel like we need to do more.
Exactly. Oh, gosh. All right. And so the next reading challenge is the one for us, the OLIB reading challenge. We are in April, which is fantasy.
Right.
So January is contemporary, February was romance, March was memoir, and April is fantasy. So do you want to go over which ones you were supposed to read /read?
So for January, the contemporary novel, I picked Unmarriageable. Well, I read Unmarriageable and The Birds and the Bees and You and Me. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you the authors right now because I don't have it pulled up. But they were both really good, and so those were my contemporary picks. And then February romance, I read The Beast's Heart. which was also so good.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. Okay, yeah.
I'm a terrible podcast host, and I did not read my March memoir yet. I couldn't pick one, and then the month was suddenly over, and I didn't read. So
you were like, fine, I'm not going to read it then, you mean thing.
Right, and then my April fantasy book was Wicked Saints. So what did you read?
So... let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to, because I didn't fill out the form because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I've got spreadsheets for all this stuff because I'm a nerd.
And I'm just like sporadic. Okay, so read a contemporary. I did not end up reading a contemporary for January. I'm still going to read Unmarriageable by Sonia Kamal. I just haven't. I haven't gotten to it yet. It's on my TBR. Like I'm like, Samantha, you need to read this. You're gonna love it. Mm-hmm. February romance. Of course, I read one. Only Ever You by Siobhan Davis. The memoir I read for March was Buffering by Hannah Hart, and I'm currently reading the Dark Artifices for the fantasy, so I can read Queen of Air and Darkness.
Yay!
So I just failed on the contemporary, which is so strange because I love contemporary.
Right. So before we move on to our last challenge, I did want to say I made this list, and this is like my own personal challenge. There's books that came out this year that I want to read this year that I haven't gotten to, and like I don't think it's gonna happen, but they're high on my TBR, and I want to read them so bad. So that was Circle of Shadows by Evelyn Skye, because I love her books, and I'm just so upset that I haven't got to read that yet. King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. Like, how have I not read that yet?
I know, you used to like, oh yeah, that's crazy.
I'm dying to pick it up, but, my list is insane. The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon.
Oh, yeah.
I love all of her books, too, but that book is a monster, and I don't know how I'm ever going to read it. And then Supermarket by Bobby Hall, because Logic is my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
So those are my books that like came out this year that I really want to read, but you're like
gonna try and get it. Yeah. Oh, that sounds really good. I'm glad. I need to be more organized like you, but right now my life is just a sporadic mess, and I just try to keep up.
I just really like spreadsheets, so like when I think of something, I create a spreadsheet for it.
I don't. I'm more of a visual person. Okay, so our last challenge is we created this ourselves, so it's just trying to keep us accountable for NetGalley.
Right.
For our NetGalley addiction. If you want to hear more about it, it's our previous episode, not the T-Chats, but episode 26.
Yeah.
So it's called the NetGalley Backlog Challenge. We have a spreadsheet because Elizabeth is a spreadsheet queen.
Heyo.
So our challenges were a little different. Mine was to read and review. I had read some and just hadn't reviewed them, but most of them I just need to read because I did the thing where I was like, I'm going to apply for all of these, and then I got a lot of them. So, and then
the assumption is always that like you're going to apply for them, but you're not going to get all of them.
Yeah, exactly. No,
and then you do.
And sometimes you do. Sometimes you go overboard and check it every day, like I do. That was mine, and then you mostly had to just review them because you'd read them already.
I have this thing where, like, I'm like, okay, I have to read this book by this date. So I do, but then it's like, hey, you also have to review it by that date, dummy. And I don't.
You're dumb?
So that was my problem, is I've read all these books, I just need to write the reviews.
Because you put so much pressure on yourself, and it's like, okay, well, can't put that much pressure on yourself all the time. So how many books have you gotten done?
So I went through, I didn't check that. So what I actually ended up doing, because again, like, I felt like I couldn't, like, it wasn't reviewed until I posted a review on my blog, which, takes a lot more effort because you have to write the review and then all the blog stuff that goes along with it. But I told myself, I was like, okay, like, you've read these books, just write a review of it and put it in NetGalley. Like, why does it have to be this big thing?
Oh, right. I think we just make these things so big, and I don't know why.
Right. So that's what I did. I went to all the books that I had already read, that I, read quite a while ago, that I was like, I'm not going to put up a blog post for this book that I read 4 months ago.
Yeah.
And I just went through NetGalley and posted reviews. So I'm actually doing pretty well on that. The ones that I don't have checked that I just noticed on this list are ones that a lot of them I didn't get on NetGalley. So I don't know why I put them on the NetGalley list. It was just like reviews I hadn't written yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it says that I've got 15 out of 21 completed. And the ones I don't have completed were physical arcs that I haven't written reviews for yet. So not too shabby,
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm missing one on this list. Sorry, I'm just going to annoyingly put it in there. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Son of a bee, 9. Where?
Yours says 5 out of 40 completed. You see it?
But in the green? But I've check marked them.
Yeah.
I've check marked more than 5. Right?
Because it's not including.
So I've got 9 done. You fix the spreadsheet.
I think I checked a bunch.
Elizabeth. Oh my God! Yeah, you did. Hold on.
My bad.
So I've got 9 read from my Beat the Backlist. But see, the thing about it is, I was looking at my Goodreads, and one was a duet, one was a trilogy. So I also just get on tangents because, of course, if I'm going to read the first one of the series, or it's the second, I need to go read the first one. So I've read a lot more than the NetGalley backlist. But yeah, so I would say, how many did I say? 9? Are you fixing it?
Yep.
Thank you, spreadsheet queen. Young and sweet, only
11 out of 40.
Name. 11. Okay, I said 9, but 11. Whoop, whoop. Yay. So I've gotten 11 done.
Yay.
Yay. Go me. I'm trying. But then I also have 14 in my
right? Like, I haven't updated the spreadsheet either with all of the NetGalley ones that I've read or been accepted for recently.
Yeah.
Oh, I did update my TBR recently because I also have a TBR spreadsheet with a different tab for each month, and it's got the books that are published that month that
I had started.
I have arcs of.
I never kept it up.
Yeah, I don't know what I've done to myself. I've got 8 books in May that I have to read.
Oh my gosh.
No, I take that back. 9. It's 9. Oh, kill me, please.
I don't know how many I have.
Yeah, it's just I don't know what I've done. NetGalley is an evil, evil thing.
It's mean. It makes us read a ton of books. I think I left my book planner at home.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know how many books I have to read. I think it's only a couple. Mm-hmm. So hopefully I can get some other challenges completed if I just keep on keeping on.
So do you, like, going forward, do you have any plans for, like Beat the Backlist? We said we would read 1 book a month, and obviously we're 4 months in and that hasn't exactly worked out. I don't know. Like, do you think you're just gonna like mood read? Like,
yeah, I'm a mood reader.
Like look through the books you have to read and just
exactly. That's kind of what I do. What I'm feeling. I definitely want to focus towards my NetGalley a lot, just because there's so many books on my backlog, and the reading challenge. I own them all, so it's kind of like I can pick them up whenever. But I want to just I want my NetGalley percentage up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a joke right now, so I want to do that. I am gonna try and focus on at least like trying to read the books like half. I think I'm gonna go for half.
Yeah,
definitely the books that have come out in movies, because I do want to support them and see those movies, but I want to read the book first.
Yeah.
What about you?
For Beat the Backlist, I don't know. I really like same. I have to get through so many of my NetGalley books that I have to focus on that. But I don't know. Like, as I'm looking through the list, I've got Air Awakens on my list for May.
I saw that.
On my TBR, because it would fit for Beat the Backlist and the OLIB reading challenge.
Yes,
because it's an indie author.
Yes, next on May is going to be indie authors.
But I have a lot of NetGalley books to read in May, so I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah, I've been tending to focus on the NetGalley and Our Life in Books challenges, and more of like keeping Beat the Backlist as like a thing that's like, yeah, I need to do that, but it's a backlist for a reason. So I'm trying to get the things like Our Life in Books reading challenge. I really like to read that with all of the listeners, and then the NetGalley is just for my own sanity. I need to stop looking at those little pages of, and I just got it.
Right?
And I'm reading a Cassandra Clare book I've already read. Please understand my brain, because I don't.
That's how I was today when I was finishing up Wicked Saints. I was like, oh, like, this is another book I can check off my NetGalley list. I'm like, no, it's not, because you already did it, you dummy. Like, you already wrote a blog post about it. Oh, kill me, please.
So let us know if you are struggling with your book challenges, because I think we are a little bit. It's the beginning. It's the first part of the year, so we can
we're still in the first half.
Yes. I just don't want to get to that point where we're so far behind that we can't ever catch up. So I'm going to try and keep myself accountable.
I know that for me, work is slowing down a little bit, or at least it will be in the next week or so. So that's going to help me a lot. I'll be getting off at noon on Friday, so I'm going to be spending those extra hours reading.
Yes.
Is work slowing down for you at all?
It's going to vary. Summer is our busy time because kids. But I've been trying to get myself to not boring. Like in the morning, if I get up early and I'm not doing anything, instead of mindlessly scrolling through something, I've been trying to read, Samantha, you have time right now.
Right.
So I've been trying to fill the gaps of my day and nights with reading instead of other extracurricular things. Like I usually watch gaming, or I watch YouTube, or watch a show. So I'm trying to do that more, at least some of the days, just so that I'm getting through the books that I want to read.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we better get going. We've got more tea to drink and books to read. If you have any challenges to suggest to us or tell us about your challenges, we'd like to hear.
Yes.
Commemorate with us how bad we all are at challenges. Commiserate. What did I say? Commemorate? Commemorate.
Words are hard.
Our social medias are down below. Make sure to rate and review the podcast. Tell your friends and family about us if they love books as much as us and want to hear about the new books coming out or what's going on in the book world. Send them to us. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.